Someday someone's gonna come along and accept you for who you are.
When you were a little boy, you were my little ally. And then something switched in you. Jesus, Siggy!
Family, art. It'll tear you in two.
Going into a celebrity home and trying on their stuff, I was able to live in their world.
Right, fans, here we go.
Floyd Mayweather has done it. He's a world champion. It's all over. The crowd comes to its feet. Champion of the world.
Don't miss Mega Fights, only on Fight Sports.
Port Moresby General Hospital Chief Executive Officer Dr. Paki Malumi highlighted the urgent need to bolster the nursing workforce of 800 to meet the demand for quality patient care, which necessitates 3,000 nurses. The STC nurses' contract spans 6 months, with efforts underway to establish permanent positions in collaboration with the Department of Personnel Management. Dr. Malumi highlighted plans to recruit 200 nurses annually over the next 6 years, aiming to reach 2,000 nursing staff by 2030. Specialized nursing curricula are in development, fostering career pathways for nurses in various specialties. Deputy Director Nursing Administration Victor Vettari emphasized the importance of enhanced staff management engagement for institutional advancement. An orientation program was conducted recently to familiarize recruits with PMG heads operations and protocols, ensuring seamless integration into the healthcare system. Mary Stella Kelleton, TVWan News.
The 2024 Highlands Region Legal Year opening will coincide with the opening of the new Walum Courthouse in Bogu District Headquarters in Southern Highlands Province on Thursday, 8th of February 2024. This is an ecumenical service that will be attended by the judicial and legal profession. Members of the public and those given invitations are welcome to attend with witness the ceremony. Prime Minister and Treasurer James Marape has welcomed the positive update from New Pogera Limited regarding the reopening of this mine. He conveyed his satisfaction with the announcement that the restart of Pogera is well underway and is scheduled, with the first gold production expected in the first quarter of 2024. Expressing his appreciation for the concerted efforts of all parties involved, Prime Minister Marape assured Papua New Guinea that Pogera mine is fully operational now. He said the announcement by NPL not only signifies a pivotal phase in the Pogera mine's reopening, but also underscores the government's resolve to ensure fair and substantial returns from natural resources for all stakeholders involved. He also commended Barrick New Guinea Limited for its exemplary leadership in reinstating the operational status of the mine. The recent documentary titled Stronger Together, 50 Years of Defence Cooperation celebrates the enduring partnership between Australia and Papua New Guinea through the Defence Cooperation Programme. Highlighting pivotal projects across the Pacific, the film showcases collaborative efforts to enhance regional security, train future leaders and fortify crisis response capabilities. From post-cyclone school construction in Fiji to groundbreaking initiatives in the Solomon Islands, the documentary exemplifies the shared commitment to fostering a resilient and interconnected Pacific community. The PNG Trade Union Congress has raised concerns on the creation of the Ministry of Key Constitutional Office recently. The PNG TUC says the people do not need a memorandum of understanding to set the basis for oversight by many politicians over constitutional office.
The Constitution is supreme and has a power unto itself on behalf of the people, which also is explicitly stipulated with public offices as constitutional offices. PNG TUC Secretary General Anthony Sekum, in a statement, says politicians are required to operate within the confines of the national constitution, which has bestowed certain politicians and the head of the judiciary the duty limited to appoint the head of these constitutional offices only. These constitutional offices' daily functions and administration solely rest upon these appointed heads and must remain independent of influence, be it political or others. Mr. Sekum raised concern that what has transpired is an emerging threat to democracy. He said the elevation of oneself over constitutional offices and the subsequent changes deserves to be called out by the people as it's their constitution being manipulated. Freddie Moe, TVWan News.
The Rosary Primary School in Port Moresby, NCD, has unveiled a refurbished ablution block addressing a critical need for improved facility. The initiative is part of BSP's community project, highlights the organization's commitment to supporting education and fostering safe learning environments. Led by BSP Life PNG Country Manager Nilsson Sain, the project reflects BSP's core values of compassion, integrity and community engagement. The renovated facilities provide a significant boost to the school's infrastructure, benefiting over 1,700 students and emphasizing the power of corporate social responsibility, partnership in driving positive change. And in regional news, the reinstatement of the Fiji's ousted Minister for Education, Aseri Radrodro, may take 6 months, a year, or the end of 4-year coalition government term, says Fiji Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka. Rabuka said there was no time frame, as he reiterated that he does not tolerate or condone such behavior from cabinet ministers in defying his orders. Rabuka says he had made such decisions in his last term as Prime Minister when he was in power in the 1990s. Meanwhile, ousted Education Minister Aseri Radrodro visited Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka at his residence yesterday morning to present his traditional matangasau or apology. Scouts New South Wales have unwittingly become caught up in investigation into neo-Nazis in Sydney after the group was spotted at Scouts Hall on Sydney's North Shore. The Scouts say they handed over the keys for what they were told would be a family-friendly birthday party.
They were confronting scenes on Australia Day, a pack of neo-Nazis, many hiding behind masks. Off camera, on the train network, police ordered them to remove their disguises.
This is the first time that these neo-Nazis have ever been identified. The police know exactly who they are.
Some are already well known to authorities, like leader Thomas Sewell, who has criminal convictions in Victoria. The government says while 27 of those stopped were from New South Wales, 24 were from Victoria, 6 came from South Australia, 5 were Queenslanders and 4 travelled from Tasmania. On Saturday, some of the extremists were spotted at this scout hall on the city's North Shore. A Scouts representative says a couple with a child picked up the keys and that the online booking form promised a combined casual 30th birthday party and belated Australia Day weekend get-together with friends. Many will have young children. It will be a family-friendly event. The state government is threatening to name and shame members of the group, but some experts think that could backfire.
For people around the fringes of the movement that may just be beginning to get involved, potentially unmasking them might be counterproductive because it starts then to block their options for leaving these movements behind.
So what more can be done to try to stop these kinds of groups airing their views in public? New South Wales has already banned the display of Nazi symbols like the swastika, but whether that extends to Nazi salutes is yet to be tested in the courts.
I want to make it clear that if that legal barrier isn't cleared, we will move legislation to outlaw racist Nazi ideology.
If there are technical reasons to tweak the law, then we'd certainly be interested in cooperating.
There's no place for these kinds of grubs in a civilised society.
Clamping down on an ever-moving target.
To sports, the PNG Football Association seeks expression of interest from franchises for the National Youth Soccer League 2024 season, focusing on under-17 boys. President John Capinato emphasizes fairness by removing overage players. The league plans to expansion into Highland and New Guinea Island conferences. Franchises can obtain registration details via email. The deadline for registration is February 19, 2024. And that wraps up the midday news update. Join us for more at 6 p.m.